So what's up guys, welcome back to a new video. This video will be about the Fibonacci retracement tool because I've been going live on TikTok a lot and people been asking for a video about that. So I'll make a video how I use my Fibonacci tool and how I use the FIB retracement. So firstly, my FIB retracement looks like this. I'll show all the colors and levels. So here you can find it here at like this thingy, the second thing, and then the first thing, the FIB retracement. Draw it out, double click it, and then you see, then you see all this. I'll use the 0, 0.5, 0.618, 0.79, the 0.75, and the 1. So these are the levels, my colors. I'll show them real quick. Just pause the video, like I'm not gonna wait with all that. So that's that. This one is this. This is probably just black. Yeah, black is just 0. This is probably also black. Yes, sir. This is the golden level, the best level, for me at least. This is the gray, and that's it. So that is the Fibonacci tool, the how I use it. And so then you have this. When you have my colors and all my levels, then it looks like this. So how do I use my Fibonacci tool? This is the first thingy, and how I also use my Fibonacci is for standard deviation, but we'll come into that later in the video. So firstly, we're gonna use the Fibonacci tool as this. So this is my Fibonacci tool. How do I use it? I trade a lot of based on ranges and based on CE retracement. CE means 50% of a range. So I use a lot of OTE. OTE is the golden level here. OTE is basically between OTE is between this. Wait, let me draw that for you guys. OTE is this box. So between the 79% and 61.80%. That is the OTE of the range. So I use that a lot. I use my Fibonacci a lot. So I'll give you guys some examples. You basically want to draw it from like one high to another, to a low. So you build your own range. I use my Fibonacci a lot on the 5 minute, 50 minute, 1 hour, and everything above. So 5 minute, 50 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily time frame, weekly time frame, whatever, you know. Anything above the 5 minute. I don't really care about the 4 minute, 3 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute, and the ranges on that. So I'll give you guys some examples how I would use it. So let me show you. Let me show you guys my bias for the day. So my bias was bearish. Today is you can watch it back, 16th of February on a Monday. It was a bank holiday, but still I trade bank holiday. So this was my bias. My bias was bearish. So how did I find this bias? You know, if you go to the 1 hour, you have some important ranges, some really important ranges that you want to play between. So firstly, we have this range. This is an amazing range. Look, we did not rebalance that range. And you also want to use ES. So on ES, same thing. We did not rebalance that range. So what was I expecting? I had a couple bearish scenarios. So I wanted to rebalance that range. Maybe not today, but maybe in the future, you know? So that range got to get rebalanced. That was also one of my bearish scenarios. Look, if we rebalance that range, sweep previous the high, ended into the daily gap and into CE of that hourly range, then I want to play shorts because we rebalanced the range, you know. So that was like one of my scenarios that could have happened. But after seeing this range getting built, I saw like, nah, we're probably not doing that. Look, I draw my Fibonacci tool from the top to the bottom, like that. And look how beautifully we tap that insane level. We tap the OTE, like in the box, I show you guys. And we tap the golden level. The golden level is the strongest and the best level. So I was like, damn, that confirms like a bearish bias for me, you know. Super clean tap, no closes above is a really important thing. You do not want to see like candles closing above here, like having such candles and then holding. You want to be holding the OTE, so we do here. We hold the OTE level, the golden level, insanely. So that was beautiful. Then we started to reverse, so I was bearish. Another range right here. Another range. So, okay, listen up, guys. We rebalance this range into OTE, okay? Then we want to see a new range get made. Here. New range is this range. Bang. This range. From this high to this low. That's the next range, okay? You see, the 50%. You want to see a 50%, at least a 50% rebalance. We do not have that here. So, are we bullish towards that 50%? No. Why not? You gotta use ES and NQ. So if we watch ES here, the same range is this range from this high to this low. And look again. Look again into OTE. The OTE box was between these two levels, 79% and 79% and 61.80%. Clean box. Look, we tap that box and we reject. We tap the 50% and we reject. We do not close above that 50% and we rebalance that range on ES. So that's how I use that Fibonacci, you know. I really exploit this. Like I use it so much, you know. Again, this range on ES, bang, clear rebalance into OTE. On NQ we didn't, but we don't have to because it's like kind of an SMT, you know. It's kind of an SMT that we rebalance that range on ES. So that SMTs, you know what I'm saying? After that, we make a new range again on the lower time frame, 50 minute. 50 minute was still valid, I just said. So 50 minute, we open up this range. Bang, from this high to this low. What do? We rebalance into the 50%. No closes above. Again, we rebalance into the 50% with an SMT, extra confluence with an SMT, and no closes above. No closes above, super important. Bang. We rebalance that range. Bang. We reject. Boom. Go to the low. That's why I found my setup, you know. Look, this was my trade today. I have another video about the trade on the trade recap online already. So, but look, again, we rebalance that range. Super beautiful. It was this range. Bang. We rebalance and we go lower. As well as on a yes, that was not needed, but like still, extra confluence, you know? We rebalance that range and we go lower. Bang. But I also said the 5 minute was also valid. So let's check the 5 minute range. Look at this tiny 5 minute high. That makes the new range. And look, bro, just look. The OTE level, wait, let me do it correctly. The OTE level, the start of the OTE box was 61.80%. It's literally aligning with the 50-minute gap. Again, we tap that OTE and we reject. We tap OTE and we reject, bro. Again, 5-minute range, 50-minute range. Bang. That is how I use the OTE. Another example, let me see. There was another example. Again, even if you were bullish, I wasn't, but I still saw this, you know. Draw out the big range from this low to this high. This is also a 4-hour range, whatever you want to use, okay? But I use it on the 1 hour. Go to the 50 minute. Look where we reject. Look. We reject off of the OTE of the big range. Obviously, there are some other confluences, like the 4-hour breaker block, the 4-hour order block. But look, bro, the big range, OTE, literally 2 points of drawdown, maybe? Probably more, but like, bro, 10 points of drawdown, and you have literally what move? A 100 point move, basically. That's, you know what I'm saying? You gotta start abusing the OTE. Bang. I'm not saying like take entries of the OTE, you know, but I don't enter of the OTE, but I used to like make ranges and get the ranges to rebalance and then take my entry, you know. That was another example if you were bullish. Another example was here yesterday, not yesterday, but Thursday the 12th of February, 2026. Go back test this, okay? Look, I was bullish that day. I was bullish. But what did I see? Again, we sweep. Okay, this is a little bit more advanced. We sweep that previous day high into the 4-hour gap on a yes. Wait, Wednesday. Look, we sweep that previous day high. We sweep that, bang, into the 4-hour gap. So, that's like kind of protected already. But look, okay? I took my trade right there, right at that wick. Why? Why do I know like it's just a wick? Look, guys, okay? Draw out a big range. We are in OTE. You can say like, bro, that's not even like a clear OTE example. Wait, okay? Here, ES, same thing. Draw out the OTE. Look at OTE, bro. Look. Beautiful rebalance of that OTE and we go lower. But that's still not like insane, you know? Still not insane. Look at the wick. When you have big wicks, you can use Fibonacci tool and you see it at and you can use it as rejection blocks, okay? Rejection blocks. Bang. Draw out the wick. And look at that rebalance. Like, what can I even do more, bro? I'm really showing you guys such sauce. 2 points. Not even 2 points in drawdown if you took your entry off that. I took my entry right at the top there. Not my model, obviously, with an inversion fair value gap. But that was my confluence. That was my key level. Big wick. Bang. Fibonacci. Look at that OTE rebalance. Big OTE rebalance. Made me bearish. Bang. I take my shorts. Could have made, nah, not millions. But you know what I'm saying? I took my 1-to-1 because I only trade 1-to-1 and 1-to-2 sometimes. But you know, gotta use the OTE. So that is how I use my Fibonacci tool. Okay, guys. There's another way to use your Fibonacci tool. I will explain it right now. But just know I don't use that much. I don't use that like that much. I only use the Fibonacci like this. But another tool is the standard deviation tool. Standard deviation is basically, I'll give my settings first. So all in black, I think it is. No, this color. Oh, my bad. All in this color, I'm pretty sure. This color, just like pause the video. 0, -1, 1, -0, 1.5, -2, -2.5, -4, -3.5. Okay, bang. How do you know? I don't have like I couldn't find any clear examples. Why? Because I just don't trade it. You know, I don't trade standard deviation, but I want to show you guys so you can also use it. A lot of people use it at the London range, so I'll maybe see if we can get something like that. So what you do again, you start at the top of the range and we go to the bottom of this range. Okay, look, top to this bottom. That's the range we want to use right now. Let's see if it works. We have the the box of -1 to -1.5 is like kind of a rebalance model, rebalance box, I think. No, 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 no. That's for targets, I think. But that's what I'm saying, guys. I'm not using this that much, but I still want to show you guys. The -2 to -2.5 is the rebalance box, and the -3.5 to -4 is the reversal box. And look, both boxes play out perfectly. Look, this box. Look, if you do 50% of that, bang, you bottom take here. I haven't checked this, guys. Bang, if you use 4 here, you literally bottom tick. You see that box? We hold that. Look at this box. Look at this, bro. A new rebalance here. Bang. But that's what I'm saying, guys. I don't use it. So I'm like, if you really want to trade standard deviation, go to another YouTuber who explains that way better than I do, you know? The video like where I want to focus on with the Fibonacci is the OTE. The OTE rebalance. That's where I like that. I'm pretty good at that, I would say. So that's like, if you learn one thing about this video, let it be the OTE rebalance. Okay. I'm not that good with the standard deviation, but I wanted to show you guys as well, you know. So I think that's everything, guys. Let me see if I can show you guys one more example. But you know what I'm saying? Just draw some random ranges and see what happens, you know? Again, this range, bang, OTE. Let me see. This. I think that does it? No, it didn't. Okay. But like that's what I'm saying, guys. You won't have a 100% win rate, but that's how I use it. In New York AM, it works so good, you know? For today, I showed the examples. If you haven't seen them, or like you weren't paying attention, go back, watch it twice, you know? Just look at this range rebalance, bro. Right into OTE. That's what I'm saying, guys. So that is how I use my OTE, guys. I think that will be the video. I said everything that I wanted to say. So thanks for watching, guys, and I appreciate every support. I've been going pretty good on TikTok and all that social media. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.